What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So we got some exciting news this week. We're going back into competition in 2 days time in the first round of the Irish Drift Series in Mondello Park using the Falken Tyres RX7. So this car has been out of competition since 2013. The last time we used this in competition was in the actual Irish Drift Championship. Since then we've used it at Goodwood Festival of Speed, at Red Bull Drift Shifters and some other demos with Falken across Europe. It's a brilliant car. It's a car that I've had a lot of success with in years past, but you know, times have moved on quite a lot since then, and to be honest, for me, I'm just really excited to see what it's like and just have a good time on track. There's a lot of really talented Irish drivers, and it's going to be really good fun for us to go out and compete with them, so I'm very excited about it. One great thing about the Irish Drift Series this year is their tyre rule, which is street tyres only, so you're not allowed to use semi-slick tyres. So Falken Tyre have sent us these Falken Zenith FK 510s. We're running 265 as the maximum tread width, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how the tyres work on this car and just have a really good time. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know this car already. We've went through it in a few videos previous. It's basically SR20, it's 2.4 and it's a VVL head. We're running the Samsonite sequential gearbox, Y-swap front steering, a lot of FMIC parts on the car, including the cooling system and things like that. So we've been quite busy over the last few days just working on the car, getting it all ready. So let's jump straight into the video and show you guys what we had to do to prepare this car for competition. Pretty cool view of the back of it. It's just so wide. This is a custom kit, aero kit made for me back in, I think, 2013, and yeah, it's quite unique and a lot different. They look different anyway, but it's pretty cool that they made a one-off kit for the car back in the day. So underneath, the car is quite modified. We got the new FMIC intercooler and radiator, which was just installed recently. To make the SR engine fit, we had to completely chop the subframe, drop the sump in here and brace it up at the back. We had to move the steering rack forward, quite a lot of messing around to make it all fit, and we're running the Samsonite 5-speed sequential transmission, solid piece prop shaft. The RX7 chassis are quite weak because they got no real frame rails in the chassis, and years ago we had the chassis crack here and here, so we had a disc brace in here to give it strength across. The diff used to be mounted up to the standard RX7 transmission through this long, what I call power brace, but we shortened that because it didn't work with the Nissan gearboxes we were running way back in the day. So we shortened it, bolted to the floor, and then made this agricultural T-bar, which is actually mounted up here and then joining up with the roll cage to hold the diff in place. Back end is quite standard diff, just welded, standard shafts, BC Racing coilovers, which were fitted back in 2013. They're even the ER ones. They're in there for a while. Then we just got a trailing arm and adjustable trailing arm, adjustable tow arm. Everything else was standard brakes. The front has the Y-swap kit. This is actually the very first Y-swap kit made for an RX7. We tested that back in the day. So that's pretty much the car underneath. Right now we're gonna just pull out the transmission, pull out the clutch, change the clutch and flywheel, just update it. This car likes a lot of clutch kicking and clutch work, so we got a fresh ACT single plate here in the box, which we'll pull out now. So we have the Pro Light flywheel here and the NS1 XTG6 single plate sprung disc and pressure plate. Since I started working with ACT back in 2012, we've been using this that many years, and it's a great setup. Yeah, it's a really simple kit, straightforward, and it's been holding, like, this car has 600 horsepower now, well, just shy of it, about 590, so it's been holding that power without an issue. So yeah, just give it a few upgrades and make sure she's good for the track. So Samsonus is out, clutch is here. She's after doing a lot of work, so we'll just rip it out now and see how bad it is. But by looking up here, there's a lot of meat gone out of it, but it doesn't surprise me much because it's after getting a lot of use for sure.
Sure, that clutch must be in this car 2 years anyway, is it?
Yeah, for sure. Alright, she's been fairly... She has been heated. Oh yeah, she is the worst I've ever seen. Cracked pressure plate. And oh, she's been used. I'm proud of that now, because that is by far the worst one I've ever taken out.
Yeah, and it's on the limit of...
It's 600 horsepower, like.
600 horsepower on a single plate. But it's probably the nicest clutch out of any car to drive.
Yeah, for sure, because it feels like a road car, and with the standard diff, you're just waiting to explode the back end. So I don't want to put a twin plate in it, because it's going to be time to upgrade the back end if we do put a stronger clutch in it. New pressure plate, new disc, and new flywheel to fit. Fresh flywheel laid in place. Just torque him up there now. Michael's strength. Easy. Nice light Samsonus box. Pop straight in. So gearbox is fitted, clutch is in. We were just bolting up the gearbox and we noticed the floor is very cracked. So it's time to just straighten this up quite a bit. Make a plate, weld it into the floor, put 2 nuts in the plate, and then the gearbox mount will bolt off from the bottom. And we'll do the same with this side, because it was just a plate sitting on top before. I think that will add a lot of strength in, but she's always getting small improvements and little upgrades. We've made 2 plates to weld to the chassis with 2 nuts welded into them. Good base for the gearbox mount. The floor in this car is extremely light.
That's why they're decent size.
Yeah, that's why they need to be strong. So weld them up now. This is fantastic. Right guys, so we have the plates in, welded, painted, a lot of strength added to the floor here, and same with this side. So we're ready to fit the mount. So there it is, mount on, bolted up, job done. Let's move on to the next job. We need to fit an exhaust silencer. The exhaust comes straight out through the wing and it's straight out the back of the turbo, so we're going to modify an FMIC exhaust box, a 3-inch one, and install that, hopefully get it under the noise regulations from Mandela Park. So here is the standard side exit exhaust we've had on the car for the last number of years. Gives it quite a unique sound for an SR20, especially with the big cams and this VE head. We have this new FMIC Pro exhaust silencer, 3-inch one. So we're going to try to slot that down in there, so it's going to be quite a tight fit, but this will definitely help us pass the noise regulations in Mandela Park. Right, so we're getting there with the exhaust, and this is the FMIC exhaust box. We shortened it a little bit at the end to get it to fit in here, and had to modify the corner of it down there as well, so it fits in nice and tight up against the firewall. And we have the elbow here, which is now mated. Let's see if I can hold this. So the elbow here to the back of the turbo, it's ready to give a couple of tacks, so not looking too bad. So we should get that wrapped up in the next hour. I'm just waiting for some gas for the welder to come back. We've also, to bring the car back up to rules, installing the fire suppression system. Michael's been at that this morning. And a fine piece of pipe. So, exhaust is done. Small little mini silencer. Just heat wrapped it because it's in a hot area. We'll make a little shield for the wiper motor after. But it fits on really nice and simple. And we still get to use the side exit. And quite happy with it.
Wonderful job there, James.
What do you think?
Top quality craftsmanship.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What craftsmanship?
Craftsmanship.
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 Craft.
Craft.
What accent was that? That English.
What would you say?
Craftsmanship. Craftsmanship. Oh, look at that. Some fit, isn't it? See how easy it is.
Tight fit.
Tight? No, it's not really. It's fairly tight.
Well, it looks like the dog's made himself at home on the old heat shield there.
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he?
Are you sleepy? Jimmy!
So, guess who the random person is behind the camera, guys?
3 guesses. I'll give you 3 clues. First clue is, I'm not from this island.
You're not from this island.
Yeah.
Are you from another island?
I am.
Are you a good driver?
No.
Do people think you're a good driver?
No.
Do you like cars?
I do.
Okay. Do you like dogs?
I love dogs.
Do you have a red car?
Yes.
Is it old?
Yes.
Okay. Do the brakes only work on one side?
Yes.
Is it Becky Evans?
Dad!
Okay, so she's all fitted, sitting in there nice and snug. Side exit here. And this used to be very, very loud before. Let's see what it's like now.
I'd say she's going to be quieter with that big old pop squeak on it.
Go over and listen.
Go over and listen. Alright, alright, alright. So normally this is deafening, so I'll be intrigued.
Before, there was no way we'd pass the noise regulation in Mondello Park, and I really didn't want to put a full exhaust on it, so this worked out better than expected. So that's it, guys. The car is pretty much ready. We're really excited. 2 days till we're back in competition in Mondello Park. If you have some free time on Friday, make sure you check out the Irish Drift series. They're running full live stream of the event, so it's going to be really fun to see how we get on and to drive with some of Ireland's best up and coming drifters. So that's that, guys. Back in the saddle of the RX7. Very excited. We'll see you all next week. We'll see how the event goes for us. We'll be taking you through every step of the way. Take care, guys. Thank you very much.